Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video was actually not planned because we are in the middle of making another video where we are replacing the input shaft bearings on the transmission for the Civic. But those bearings are taking a while to come in, which really sucks, but I gotta have something to put out. So what I ended up doing was ordering some, also excuse the garage because it is an absolute mess right now because of that transmission being torn apart and there was a storm, so I had to swap vehicles around. But anyway, I know you guys really don't care about that. I went ahead and ordered some new LED headlights, or LED taillights and blinkers, brake lights, blinkers, taillights for the Civic. These are from Oxido. They sent me headlights for the Civic, which I absolutely loved. Super bright, super white, and just very easy install. I loved them so much, I went ahead and bought these taillights. So if you want those, my discount code is BBoost. I'll put that in the description below. But they didn't send me these. I actually bought these because I like those. So we're going to go ahead and put those in. But while we're doing that, since we got to take, well, we don't really have to take out the taillights to do this, but we're going to, because I've got aftermarket taillights from Amazon on there, which I've got an install video on that. If you guys want to see that, go look. But they didn't fit like perfect. They fit pretty good, but not perfect, just because the bolt holes were super tight. So I'm going to actually open up those bolt holes just a little bit, just so there's a little wiggle room in there for those tail lights to sit more into the bezel, and then everything will be perfect back there. So while we're doing that, we're gonna put these LED tail lights in. Here's what the current tail lights look like, if you can see them. I know it's daytime, sorry, but some of them don't work, and they're just the normal ugly colored lights. So these should really brighten up things. Should really brighten things up and fix our issues. Now, while we're doing that, another thing I have to do is put it's not a mass airflow sensor. It's called something else on these cars. I can't remember, but we are going to be drilling a hole in, where's that at? We're gonna be drilling a hole in our intake charge pipe for the sensor to mount in. That way the engine is able to make its adjustments and run just a little bit smoother. So the car comes with a grommet, and I took that grommet out. Oh, here it is. I took that grommet out. So what we're gonna do, all your sensor does is press in there. If you're running a lot of boost, which we are not, we're only running like 5 to 10 pounds, but if you're running a lot of boost, this won't work for you, I wouldn't think, because it's just pressed in and your boost will blow this right out. We may have problems with that, I don't know, we're gonna find out. But anyway, all I'm gonna do is drill the appropriate size hole in my charge pipe there, and we're gonna be using this drill bit. These things are amazing. I'll link it down below if you guys want it. But anyway, that's aluminum, I think, so it should be super easy. But anyway, let's go ahead and start taking our tail lights out of the car and get those holes opened up and our bulbs switched out. So as you just saw, we got the taillights done, kind of. One thing I did forget about is the trunk piece of the taillight. That takes another set of bulbs, the exact same ones we just installed. So I got to get those bulbs, and then we'll toss those in there. But after opening up all the holes that those go to, it's 4 per light. After opening those up, it fits a whole lot better in there. So the next thing we have to do is put that little grommet in our intercooler piping for the airflow sensor. So let me show you here where that's at. Don't mind the engine being held up by a piece of angle iron. So that's gonna go just like that. So we gotta drill that bung right there. All right, well, that was super easy, and we are done. So with that being aluminum, it made drilling almost as easy as drilling in the wood. But yeah, so just be real careful. Make sure you don't over drill your hole or you're screwed. You're gonna have to get somebody to aluminum weld that or get a new pipe. But anyway, that's really all I have planned for this video. I know it wasn't much. One thing that I wanted to do was put a front lip on the bumper here, which I have ordered, but it has not came in yet. So we'll be doing that in a later video. I do have new axles, which you'll see get installed in the transmission video, which hopefully is next week if those parts ever come in. I don't like my transmission sitting here wide open, but at least it's got oil all over it, so it shouldn't like rust or corrode or anything. But yeah, so if you guys have not watched my channel before, this is a D16, completely stock D16 that we threw a turbo on, and we kept the stock ECU on and threw a box FMU fuel management unit on it to make up for the fuel. We're gonna see how long it'll last. I'm making around 5 pounds of boost. Sometimes it'll overboost to 10 pounds, but I've only drove it once with the turbo. I really wanted to get that input shaft bearing taken care of because it is screaming. I mean, it's louder than the engine. Speaking of that, we also did a full exhaust on the, a full exhaust out the back, custom on our own with my welder Landon on the Civic. Here's the downpipe. You can see right there, you can see. It's pretty cool. It was fun to do, and I am really looking forward to actually being able to drive it. So once the transmission fixed, and now that we got that airflow sensor fixed, we should be good to go, and we'll see what other bugs we got to work out after that. But anyway, I also have this rail buggy that we do some content on. I've got a big wheel Softail, a WRX, and a Chevy truck. So if you guys want to see any of that stuff, go check out my channel. And if there's anything you want to see that I have not made yet, feel free to comment down below, and do me a favor and like and subscribe and help this whole thing become help this dream become more of my reality, I guess you could say. But anyway, I know this was a short and simple video, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I look forward to the next one.